All right, here we are, day six. Day six. So yesterday wasn't great. Started the week off with a losing evening, but you know you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. I did reduce my risk, so it wasn't so bad. Just because last week things were coming off the rails a little bit, so I wanted to reduce the risk, make sure the strategy is still working good before I scale back up. So I'll do the same thing tonight. But you can see what's happening right here with my dashboard. Sorry, it's noisy in the background of my house, but you can see what's happening right here in the dashboard. A little bit just grinding away, waiting for a nice breakout week, if you will, to get this thing through the finish line. All right, let's run over to Topstep X. Where are we? Come on. My internet is a little slow tonight. Oh, there we go. So on the left side over here, we have the 30-minute and the 1 hour candle. Bottom is the 1 hour, top is the 30. Kind of see what's going on here on the day. Get a little bit of a snapshot. And I don't know why I don't have a chart here. So what is happening? All right, let's switch this to NQ. Switch this over here to NQ, unless I have to come back to MNQ, like the risk is too high like last night. All right, looking at the 1 minute on the big chart here, 1 minute down here. And then just going to take a quick look and just see what direction the market's going here. 30-minute on the big chart. Market opened here at 6 somewhere. Where is that? 18. Right here. All right, so it's basically it's trending down right now. We had this nice green candle get retraced, and looks like this red candle is going to close below on the 30-minute. So still trending down. Hopefully we get some short trades set up then. 1 hour candle, market opened here at 18, still trending down. All right, let's go back to the 1 minute. All right, 1 minute's on deck. All right, so before I even get emotional trading, let's go over to settings. And then 2,000 max risk for the night. 1,500 is really all I should lose tonight, but I'll put 2,000, give myself a little bit of wiggle room just in case it makes some mistakes. My account still has room to breathe before it automatically stops me out. 7 trades should be the most I should need to take, even if I have to scale in. But because if I don't manage my risk properly, let's say I'm trying to risk 750 and I miscalculate and I get in with $500 risk. Well, then if it retraces towards my stop, I can get in with another contract. And when I do that, Topstep X is going to count that as a trade. So that's why I put 7 in there. But I'll probably end up with maybe 3 to 4 trades tonight. 2 losers in a row and I'll be done. So lock risk settings, so I can't come in here and change them when I'm emotional. I'm stuck with these settings now until next trading day. So risk settings are locked out. Come back over, make sure I still have NQ and NQ, because this does sometimes change when I go back and forth for whatever reason. So yeah, but there we go. So we're basically bouncing support right now. We'll see if a trade sets up, waiting for a flatline switch down here. We get a flatline switch, I'll be looking to take a trade. Right now it would be a short trade that would be setting up if it happens. But all right, I'm going to step away, and then when something pops up, I'll be back in. I'll leave my little be back in a minute sign up here so you can see that I'm not here, and I'll be back as soon as the trade starts to set up. Just as a reminder, you know, I'm speculating. Trading is speculating. It's probably a good idea if you don't copy me. And trading is risky, all that good stuff. Do your own research and your own homework. You know, trade you, don't trade anybody else. All right, so we got a switch setting up. If this is going to stay flat, then I'll be able to jump into the short side. Let's see if it wants to do that. Meanwhile, I'm looking at this rejection over here on this left little screen on this 30-minute candle and this 1 hour candle. It's a pretty big rejection. What's happening here? Interesting. That's a really big rejection. Kind of did the same thing last night. Started to find a bottom and just ripped. Ripped up to a new high and then went straight back down. Is it going to be a repeat? All right, this 1-minute candle closes in 5 seconds. This switch will be confirmed, and we'll be waiting for this to switch to the short side. I don't like it when it's inside the candle like that, though, because this could just be retracing and trigger a switch to the short side. All right, if this trade sets up, I'll bring it to you. All right, so no setup. We are not flat anymore. It looks like. Well, we'll see what happens when this candle closes, but it looks like it might not be flat. I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll come back if something happens with it. All right, looks like I got a switch. It's going to be a flat line coming up. And it looks like maybe a 26-point risk with one contract of NQ. So I can do one contract of NQ, or I can go to MNQ and maximize my deal. So I'm going to go to MNQ now. And I'm going to look to get, 15 contracts? 14 contracts? Okay, so I got a few seconds left before this trade's going to confirm. Hopefully I can make it fast enough. $14 contracts. Okay, queued up and ready. All right, so if this confirms, I'll be jumping in long, which I do not want to be long right now, but maybe not so bad, I guess, looking at the rejection on this 1 hour and 30-minute candles. And I guess we had a high, but then looks like we had a lower low. Higher high, higher low, looking for a higher high maybe. But based on these 30 and 1 hour candles, I still feel like the direction is short. But if we get the switch, I'm going to take it. It's a numbers game. I'm just taking it as it comes. Play the numbers. At the end of the month, everything should wash out in my favor. All right, we're going to see what's going to happen here. All right, so looking to get into this trade here, if it confirms, I just switched back to the NQ. 14, no, I want 2 contracts. 2 contracts of the NQ. I'm going to risk a little more on this trade because I don't normally have 2 losing days in a row. Looking at the rejections on these candles here, it's still in a little bit of a downtrend, but this green candle 30-minute did close above this red candle here. And then we saw this big rejection on this 30-minute candle. So this wants to come back up and trigger my flatline switch. I think it's a solid trade. Probabilities are very far in my favor that it'll be a nice winner. All right, we'll see if it decides to give me a flatline switch or not. All right, it's going to be interesting here. New 30-minute candle opens in 1 minute. We also have this really nice M pattern forming. Looking for a breakdown potentially. It was starting to make a little trend line, but it kind of broke. So if there was a trend line there, it didn't close below it, but it did do that little dip below. So we got a bit of a trend line here. New 30-minute candle opens in 30 seconds. Will that be enough to boost this all the way through? It's going to close red. We'll see. 20 seconds. A little bit of a doji almost. Yeah, feeling pretty good for a long trade, even though we're in a downtrend. Okay, new 30-minute candles open. See what it's going to do. Turning the M into more of a W. I got a bit of a sloppy wedge here. Coming to the end of that wedge, looking for a breakout to the upside based on my indicator. And if it does, then I'll get in the trade. All right, about to get in. Man, I hope this is not a fake out breakout where it pumps up and then rips lower. Nope, not confirmed yet. Okay, 39 seconds. This might be a little more risk than I was expecting. Let's see. $4.19. It's like 36 on the risk. Over in the calculator real quick. So one contract gives me 720 with 36 on the risk. So I'm going to jump in long right now with one contract. All right, a little bit late to the party. The 36 was a guess with the spread. I was kind of trying to do math quick in my head here, so it might be a little bit more off than that, but should be in the safe zone anyway as far as the account goes. All right, so 419 is my stop. So 805, so risking a tiny bit more than intended. 750 was the goal. But I got in a little bit late on the trade too. 522. Yeah, I got in late. So risking 800 to make 12, maybe 1300 on it. I'm going to move my limit order to get out up here. See if we can squeeze some more of the trade and get lucky. Maybe we'll get a breakout. I'll take it all the way to my max for the day, which would be 45, say 45.10. 4,500, but then minus commissions in the spread. See if we get lucky. Come on, let's move it. Now I wish I would have got two contracts. It would be nice to pick up at least 1,500 on this trade and recover yesterday's losses. But I'll take what the market gives me. If I got to get it back in chunks, I'll get it back in chunks. So the green line I just put up here was where there was quite a bit of resistance during the daytime market this morning. All right, NQ, come on, enough going down. So what I'm worried is it going to just do a little breakout to a new high and then sell off? Because right now we had a low, a higher high, higher low, higher high, right, or higher low. Then we started to go with a lower high, I guess. And then we got back on track. Still have this trend line and this support line here. So if it wants to retrace, it could come back in here. Hopefully it doesn't go below this support line or this trend line. And then I'll be okay. A few more candles in here, so if it does want to get down to those trends and supports, at least it'll be away from my stop. It's just when it goes right away, my stop is right in that pocket. It could be at risk. But I take the trade anyway because I'm just trading the numbers. Like a salesman, right? Make 100 calls a month, and you probably get paid because the probabilities are in your favor. All right, coming down to visit that support line. See if it holds. I'd really like to start out this night with getting 2 winners in a row, build a nice buffer on the night, and then it's like a low stress night. It's just been a really stressful last week or so. Grinding it out. Loser, winner, loser, loser. Green night, red night, green night, red night, no night. Spent all night last Wednesday waiting for a trade and nothing set up between 8 and midnight. 4 hours. Unbelievable. And then what was it? Thursday night? I ended up trading till 4 in the morning. But good thing was, setups finally started happening and I was able to recover my account last week and end the week in the green by like $11. Then this week we started out red Sunday night. Here we are Monday looking for a green night because I don't usually have 2 red nights in a row. My strategy has a 69% win rate right now. That might be falling off a little bit after last week. There was some winning trades earlier in this night, so I'm hoping this isn't going to be the red one. I just wasn't here to trade them. I'm not trading until 8 o'clock or later. So when those setups happen before 8, I don't take them. But the downside to that is you have a bunch of winning setups before 8. Losers are coming. So by the time I come into the market, if it's been a winning night, I might have a loser showing up. On the bright side, it means the strategy is working. So like yesterday, I had a red day last night, and then there was I think one setup in the overnight around 1 o'clock in the morning that worked. The rest of them didn't work. And then during the day session, 5 setups happened and none of them worked. They were all losers. So sometimes the market conditions just don't work for my strategy. Like that would just be a straight red day. So I don't want to overtrade it. That's why I'm looking at 2. If I lose 2R in a night, then I'm done. I'm done because chances are my strategy is not working that night. All right, here we go. Waiting for a loser. Start the night off red. At least I only risked 800 and I didn't risk a full 1,000 like I was thinking about doing. Now we broke that support line. We're breaking that little trend line there. Unless, for those of you who trade trend lines, I like to put them where you have the most touches. But, you know, this is what some people might say. Well, actually, your trend is down here now. Or the trend is actually here because it's the bottom candle. And that's the trend line. Well, my stop's still just below that, so hopefully that's good. But you can see where you can easily just keep moving a trend line until the night's over. And then you're like, oh, the trend was actually way down here. So crazy. It starts way up here and then it moves way down here. I like to look at it just where the most touches are in that time. And the trend is just changing if I have to move the line. I don't trade off of it. It's just nice sometimes it's from a psychological standpoint to feel like you understand what's happening, even though I have no idea. So I trade off my indicator. All right,
Order
there we go.
filled.
Taking that red. So down 838. Starting the night in the red. All right, just going to be grinding it out again. So we'll wait for the next setup to happen. Watch, I'm going to get a long setup now. And then it'll be a nice winner. All right, I'll be back when something happens. We are in the support area right now, so we'll see what it does. Looking at the 30 and the 1 hour, kind of just hanging out right here, starting to consolidate. All right, we'll be back when something sets up. All right, looks like we're going to get another switch to the long side. That'd be disappointing if I jump into this thing and it's a winner. And I could have just had a winner if it would have just went. But at the same time, I look at this and I'm like asking the question, is it drawing an M pattern? I'm going to get long on this thing just for it to roll over and then sell off. If it does, that'll be the first time in the last 60 days that we've had 2 red nights in a row. Does not happen. So I'd be surprised. At the same time, part of me is tempted to just go big, right? If I don't have 2 red nights in a row in 60 days of trading, I just came off a red trade. If this next one is a loser, that would be 2 nights in a row. Doesn't happen. So why not go big on this next trade? And I can't because my risk settings, I set it up and said, no, I'm not allowed to lose more than $2,000 in a night, which is half my account. So I think that's fair. And unfortunately, and probably fortunately, it's not going to let me. Because this could be the first night that I have 2 nights in a row. All right, waiting to see what happens here. Based on the 30-minute candles, this is looking good for a long trade. Still on a downtrend, but looks like that may be switching. All right, 1 contract queued up. We got the switch. See if it confirms. Getting in long. NQ, 1 contract. Kind of want to get 2 contracts. But we'll see. If this retraces after I get in, then I may add another contract. Yep. Look at this thing go now. Ah, it's too bad they get stopped out right there. 18 seconds. Again, though, is this an M pattern that's shaping up for a sell-off? Kind of a scary trade. All right, 5 seconds. So far, we're good. 3, 2, 1. In the trade.
Order filled.
All right, let's make sure that this is in the right spot. Three six. So stop is going in at 29436. 436. Target's going to be 29540, which happens to coincide with yesterday's resistance during the daytime market. I should say today's resistance during the daytime market. All right, making a new high. All right, we got a high, we got our low, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Let's hope this hits the target before it wants to make a low. So right now I'm risking $730, which should have been that on the other trade if I didn't get in late. And looking to make $13.90, somewhere in there. $1,400. So almost risk 1 to make 2. That would be a nice recovery on the night. It is nice to have a strategy where you can risk 1 to make 2 or risk 1 to make 3. and where one winner can make up for those losers. Especially if you get lucky, and it's like I don't like to leave my limit orders right here and just get tagged and I'm out, because I feel like I cut off any opportunity to have like bonus money. So I like to trail my stop and let it back up and stop me out. That's how I like to exit my trades. This way there's always that opportunity for it to keep on running. It's getting stuck right now. I don't like that. It's hard to see with my orders on my screen over here, but on the 30 and the 1 hour, they're both green candles, big green candles. So is there more room to go in those candles? That's one question. The second one is, in 6 minutes, the new one's open, and will they retrace and stop me out before going higher? That's another thing. So when I'm squeezing more out, I might not even wait for it to get to my target. I might take my trade off a little early if the new candles are going to close, like the 1 hour and the 30 is going to close, and it's a big green candle. I don't know about that. And my stop is in the retrace zone. Then sometimes it's just better to take the trade off, take that profit. As long as I get at least what I'm risking. So as long as I make at least $750 in this trade, then it's a good trade. A 69% win rate. Even with a 1-to-1, I could still make money with that. Yeah, I really wish I would have took 2 contracts, right? I couldn't do it because my risk settings wouldn't let me, which is a good thing. All right, so right here, I could take my trade off the table, recover my night, make my risk, and not have to worry about these new candles opening in 5 minutes. But I'm not. I'm going to wait. The downside, too, is 5 minutes left. This candle could start to give back some of the body and create that wick. So a lot of stuff working against me, even though it's so close to the target. All right, let's go push through here. And this is a resistance zone from yesterday's market, or today, I should say, during the day session. So 1350 is what I'm looking at. Profit-wise, I'm at 1200 now. Should I just take that 12? Probably. Let's wait for it to poke above this candle, and I might just take it off a little early. Come on. Basically missing out by $1, $2. Target's at 29540. This candle's at 532. So missed the target by $8. I need to move my stop to at least break even if I'm going to sit here and let it ride. You can see down here, I've popped into my break even zone. And once I let go of this order, it automatically remembers that spot. So now if I grab it and move it, it still has an order sitting right there until I let go of my mouse. Then it'll drop the new order where I let go. All right, come on, let's go. Boosty, boosty, rip through here. Punch up, punch up. You can do it. And that's a nice setup. Big green candle, red candle, retrace it a little bit. New green candle, break above it. That'll be awesome. What do we got? 2 minutes left before this 30-minute candle closes. Oh, this is going to be too bad. It's been the week, though. Like, everything's been so close. I got break-even trades where I almost got to my target, backed me up, got me out break-even, then went to my target. Like, all week long, it's just been grinding. All right. Well, we got a minute and a half left. I think I'm going to drop my limit order right here. And then it is what it is. At least I'm even on the night with that new 30-minute candle opening and the new 1 hour candle opening. All right, let's see. 12:45. All right, you're getting stuck. Come on. 1 minute before those new candles open. Hopefully this will push up and get me my target. No. So my target was 1350. Ended up with like 9 and change on that trade. So left, almost $400 on the table, but I'm out. I'm recovered on the evening, which is awesome. Let me go fix my P&L here. So that's going to put me up $72. All right, so I'm up $72 for the night, really close to my target. New 30-minute and 1 hour candles opening. So yeah, I think I did the right thing. And let's see what happens. Let's watch and see. Did I do the right thing? Is the market going to make me regret it? And the next time I'm not going to do the right thing because I regret it from tonight. And at that time it's going to rip down and I'm going to be like, oh, I can't win either way. It's kind of what happens, right? I mean, it's possible it pokes up and gets through my target. It might not retrace. But a lot of times they do. I mean, just go back in time. They like to retrace. In theory, the trade's not over and I could re-enter this trade as long as my stop keeps me in profit. So a healthy retrace would be around 473, 472. Which would be below where my entry would have been. So no trade. I'll just wait. Same thing though. Look at this support area, a resistance area building right here. I could always put an order in to get back in above that for a quick scalp. Maybe I'll do that. Stop by because that trade is still active. All right, we'll do that. We'll put an order to get back in if it wants to break above that. And I move my stop down here to so I don't lose money on this trade. Maybe red on the day, but it'll be tiny red. What do you want to do, NASDAQ? Do you want to break out? I do expect it to get through this green line at some point, though. So if it pushes above this, I do first see a punch through there, which I'll try to quickly move my stop to capture. Hopefully I can move my stop fast enough to catch it. Sometimes it'll rip right up and rip right back down, like by the time you blink. All right, here we go. I was thinking about it. Come on, NQ. Big boost. I don't like that it's creeping to get through it. I want it to see a boost through it. This creeping thing, I don't like it. How many contracts do I have? One? Okay. Yeah, not a good sign. Traders probably should have just stayed out. Not a good sign. Come on. Expected it to boost through there and it didn't. Just thinking about it. Come on. We are in that resistance area from the morning. If it keeps getting stuck, I'm going to have to take this off the table. I hope this is not where greed punishes me. Don't do it. Don't do it, NASDAQ. Don't punish me. I know I'm being greedy right now, but don't punish me. I do not like this at all. Barely poked through there. This is a bad sign. Or it's a bad feeling, I should say. Technically, I have no idea what it means, but feeling-wise, it's not good. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking for 38, 48, 10 points. Come on. All right, next little poke through here. I'm going to drop it and then take it off. It's not wanting to go, then I'm out. Still got an open potential for retrace, so I don't really want to hang out. It's not going to go. No, don't do it. Can't believe this. My greed is going to get punished. Well, I'm going to turn a winning trade into a losing trade because I got greedy. And the trade was kind of dead right there. It hit the target. And I was looking for a few dollars more. And now I'm going to take a loss. This is where you're like, if you just come back up and don't take away all my money, I promise I'll behave next time. Start talking to the market. Oh, man. Come on, NASDAQ. Boosty, boosty. Oh, I'm so stupid. Got greedy, and I was getting back into the trade while we're in a resistance zone from the daytime market. But I got in thinking a little break of this would give it a little pop. Maybe a liquidity play, maybe, a bunch of different things. And that little pop would be enough to hit my green line target. And I'd pick up that extra few $100. So instead of picking up a few $100 extra, it looks like I'm going to give away the 800 something that I was making, or 900 I was making on the trade. I think 950 or whatever. Small part of me wants to just take this off right here and just call it a dumb trade and only lose, half that. Be down 400 on the day instead of 700 or 800. Okay, it's thinking about it. Come on, you can do it. Boosty, boosty. Oh, so sad. Come on. So close. All right, it might be game over. Keep flirting with this support area. My stop is just below that. At this next support area, my stop should be down here to be on the safe side. But that is against the rules. Or maybe I should do it. Let me just drop it there for now. Let me look at it real quick here. Yeah. Really, to be on the safe side, the stop would have to be way down here, which I can't hold that. My account would close me out for the night. And I could go back to my original stop. And that would give it plenty of room to retrace this 1 hour and the 30-minute that it looks like it wants to retrace. And then get through the top. In worst case scenario, I'm out for the night. Alright, I guess I'll do that. Alright, what's the full retrace on that? 18? Whoa. A half retrace is around 65 of that 30-minute candle down here somewhere. So now my stop can only support a halfway retrace, roughly, of this 30-minute candle. All right, let's go NQ. You can do it. You went green on the 30, you went red. Same thing on the 1 hour. Went green, then red. Now let's go back green. And got in right here just when it broke above this resistance area. I thought for sure it would pop more than $1. It was almost like it went right there to get me in, then to go off. Like that was a liquidity play there kind of thing. Like a bunch of traders had their thing $1 above that resistance. So dumb. If anything, I should have put my order to get back in way up here for a clean breakout. So for those of you watching, where do you think this is going? Think I'm cooked? Think I'm going to blow out for the night? Or you think I got a very high probability of pumping to my target right here? That green bar right there at the top. What does that look like? Right, we're on this consolidation or kind of a downward trend here. Consolidate a little bit. Start to get some volume breaking out. Higher highs, higher lows. Looking for one more higher high. Will I get it? Or is this the rollover and crash? And I'm the sucker holding the bag. Will my greed pay off tonight? Or will I get punished? Sometimes the market's a little bit nice to you. It rewards the greed just so you can get confident, and then it'll take everything away from you. And other times it just goes, no, you're greedy. I'm shutting you down. You're going broke right now. Whereas I also find that the market likes to reward traders who trade their probabilities and not casino trade. And consistently trade those probabilities with a risk low enough to be able to weather bad days and bad weeks. Because then you can grind through when strategy is just not working, and be right there ready to go when it starts hitting again. You're right there, protected your account, taking advantage of everything getting hot in your favor again. Grow the account, and then you're grinding again, kind of like a chart. You'll go sideways for a while, and then you'll have that boost, and then you'll go sideways for a while, and you have that boost. And if you start to take a downturn, you can always hit pause in your strategy, create a new one, and repeat. But tonight, I got a little brain damaged, fell off the discipline, got greedy, hit my target in my trade, could be out in profit right now, and decided to get suckered back in. Little FOMO. I guess while we're waiting for this to grind along on the big chart, I'll show you the 30-minute so you can see what I'm looking at. So we got this 30-minute candle retracing. Could retrace a bit more here. 72 to 65 area before it's done. I mean, it could retrace the whole thing, and if it does, I'm blown out for the night. Count is still alive, barely, but I'll be locked out for the night. I hit my DLL. I wish I could go to my risk settings and change it and just throw it all away tonight, but I was smart and locked them, so I can't let my emotions get the best of me. We are getting the rejection off the close to halfway point. New 30-minute candle opens in 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes. So if this red candle can hold on, we could see the new 30-minute going up, getting paid. Let's go look at the 1 hour candle. Oop, not that button. Here's the 1 hour, same thing. Still got plenty of room to retrace here on its get past the halfway point. 50% retracement or better. But again, if it tries to retrace the whole thing, I'll be out. But we did see this slide to the downside. Nice rejection. Tried again, big rejection and a boost higher, closing above both these candles. I mean, all these candles actually. There's so much positive right now on the 1 hour candle. I just have too many contracts to be able to support a full retracement. And too many as in one contract of the mini. If I was in a micro with one contract, this would be a no-brainer. I'd put my stop down here and wait for it to get my target. But that's not possible with this casino trade. Let's go look at the 5-minute. Okay, 5-minute looks good, right? We had this resistance. It broke out, came back down to the top of that resistance. It's flagging, looking for the next move higher. It's kind of looks like in the 5-minute. Problem is if it wants to fake out breakout first and punch down into this support area, then I'll get stopped out before it rips higher, and I'll be out for the night with a red night on when it should be a green night. I just don't have the room to hold this trade with this risk. So part of me is like, well, you could always just take this off right here, take the $800 loss, take the beating, and then trade the rest of the night out. I can still finish green on the night. But then other part of me is like, why? This thing's in an uptrend. It's making higher highs, higher lows. Like, why would I take a loss when it has a lot of potential to be able to punch through here, especially when the new 30-minute candle opens in 5 minutes? So the stuff that goes through your head when you're trading on discretion and casino trading, that's why it's nice when you trade with the probabilities based off of something. Then it's easy to say, oh, green light, get in, red light, get out. Keep doing that enough times, probabilities play out, I get paid. That's the easy way to trade. Right now I'm making it hard on myself. All right, going over to the 1-minute candle. Actually, I'll leave it on the 5 here. I'll leave it on the 5. If we can get really close to this, when that new 30-minute candle opens, chances are I'll get a pop through, even if it's going to go down. All right, 3 minutes left. Come on, NQ. Let's go to the 1-minute now, so I can show you what I'm looking at on that. So right here we have this was resistance. About to break above that. A break above that could be nice. The door banging back there is my little one. It's about her bedtime. We'll see if it can get through this resistance though. It's kind of a W pattern there as well. Shrink it up. See it better. So this could be nice. All right, breaking above that W. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Did I survive my greed? Not yet. Okay, 2 minutes left. New 30 opens. And I should be able to get a hit and be able to get out. All right, so new 30-minute candle's about to open. We're going to see if we get a boost up here with this new 30. Got 7 seconds. Juggling kids at the same time. Let's go get a boost through here, and then I can... Uh-oh, wrong direction. We did close red on that last 30, so a retrace is possible. And that retrace could get me where I need to be. Yeah, that's right, Sophia. A little trend line right here. A little mini trend line. Okay, not looking good. We are now breaking below that previous 30-minute candle, so this might be in sell-off mode. We'll see what happens here. All right, on the way to the DLL. So close. So close. Rejected. And swing into the downside. So we got a good 50% retracement on the 30-minute right now. So hopefully that's all it wants. And we start to see a turnaround. All right, so greed is going to get you rewarded with a DLL is what it looks like. And I deserve it. So here we are. And then I'll run over the other candles and show you kind of what's going on in the charts, and then I'll be calling it a night. There's almost no chance of recovering from this here. I mean, I could stop my trade, wait for the next setup, risk $100 on it, try to grind out the night from here, but I'd rather just let it go, and then tomorrow's a new day. And I got little kids that I got to take care of right now too, like my little 18-month-old that's still awake and wrecking the office at this moment. So once I hit this DLL, that'll leave me with I guess 1500 before tripping the max, which will be tomorrow. And at that point, because it's an evaluation, I almost want to just reset it. But I won't. I'll trade it tomorrow. We'll max it out. See if we can recover the week by the end of the week. Just nothing worse than having a red night on a night that's supposed to be green, because red nights are coming. You don't need to create your own red nights. The market's gonna give them to you. Why create your own? And right now it feels like I just created one tonight, which makes tomorrow night trading that much more risky, right? Because if I only have, basically tomorrow's my last night before this gets reset, if I have a red night, and I don't have a green night tonight to pay for tomorrow's red night, then I'm basically going to end up with a reset tomorrow. I mean, anything can happen in the market. I can go on the next 10 days winning streak and be golden, but it doesn't always work like that. Most of the time it doesn't work like that. So what I'm seeing right now is we broke through this support area, came down to this next support area. Now we're bouncing back up to see if this what was once support becomes resistance, and then rolls over to make a new low. So we have a high, a lower, basically a high, a low, lower high. We do have a higher low here though, and then a higher high again, like he was thinking about it. And now it's putting in a low again. So will this be a lower high to a lower low, or is it turning around? Let's see if there's a clue in the 30-minute or 1 hour. So here is the 30-minute chart. The clue is kind of got a support area here, and we're still inside this green candle, just retraced most of it. So as far as I'm concerned, it's still going up. You know, we had these nice tails here, nice big rejection. This green candle closing above all that stuff. It's just a retracement. It ran out of buyers, so now we got some selling and profit taking and everything else going on. And then it still has an opportunity to continue higher until it breaks below this 30-minute candle. But I can't put my stop down there because I don't have the room for it, because I put my DLL at 2K, and this is going to trip me for my DLL. Or I'd want to have my stop. Actually, I'd like to have my stop down here. So one play I could have done, had I not had a lot of stuff going on, is when I was down like 400, I could have just closed this position, trade out the night with regular setups, or switched over to the micros, put my stop down here, and then I would have had the right position size for my risk, and then let this thing play out and be golden. But I didn't do that then, and now it's on the way back up. So would I do it now? Not really, because now it's on the way back up. So chances are, if it is going to come back up here, it's going to keep on going. So I'm not going to take my trade out because retracement's done. If this wants to go green, it's going to keep on going. So we'll just go for the ride. So we're going to blow or go basically here. So let's go look at the 1 hour candle and see if that says anything different. And we do have the 1 hour and the 30 getting ready to close here in about 15 minutes. So I got plenty of time to work. So 1 hour candle, same thing, this big sell-off, rejection, try it again, big rejection. 1 hour candle closing above all this stuff here. Very bullish. Retraced most of the candle, rejecting back up now. Everything is bullish right now until this 1 hour body breaks. This is a bullish setup right now still. So we're still good. We're still good to the long side. The only concern I have is the location of my stop. And that's unfortunate because I got too many contracts, which is one NQ for this trade. Should be an MNQ with like 3 contracts. I have my stop way down here. 2 contracts. All right, I guess anything can happen. I'm a doom and gloomer right now, but anything can happen. Oh, here's where the insult's going to be. Down here, we got a flatline switch setting up. So this would be a short trade. I'll be stopped out with a DLL. This trade will go and hit and be like an epic winner, and I won't be a part of it. And it'll be like an awesome green night for the strategy and a big F for me. That could happen right now. That's how the market, that's like the personality of the market. It's going to be like, oh, you want to get greedy? Watch this. All right, so this can hold on for another 3 minutes, which I doubt, but if it can, then we're looking at the 30-minute retrace coming up from that red 30-minute, which could be a sweet bonus, but I don't think that's going to happen. I believe this is going to be a self-imposed DLL, and that's how it's going to close out.
Order filled.
All right, so there you go. So that's a self-imposed DLL. That's going to do it for tonight. I will see y'all tomorrow.